Hey guys, it's Corn here with Beth the Mail Sorter. This is my sister. We decided to do a Q&A together. You guys submitted plenty of questions, so we picked like 20, like 22 of them, something like that. So, I hope you guys enjoy this. Let's get it started.
Was Corn a good brother growing up, or was he a pain in the butt brother? You were a decent brother most of the time.
Decent brother, I'll take that answer.
Pretty decent.
That's an acceptable answer.
Like, we were really close, then we had that stage where we fought a lot.
I think all siblings go through that.
Yeah, you were pretty decent.
Okay.
Was I a pain in the butt sister?
Yep.
I wasn't a good sister?
The thing that you tattled every time.
That is true.
Tattle all the time.
I was a tattletale when I was little.
Tattletale.
Have me and you ever gotten into a serious fight?
Serious fight, huh?
Oh.
Like where we're actually like hitting each other?
I think the one serious fight we had
I know what you're talking about.
is when I went to hit you in the nuts.
Didn't went to, she did.
I
Hit
did.
me in the nuts.
And then like,
Let's be clear.
you didn't react, and I was like, you're lucky I didn't want to hit you harder. And
that
then you went and like
snapped.
Yeah.
I was fine because it didn't hurt, so like I'll let that slide. And then she was acting like she could have like hurt me more, and that. So I like got up and like choked her, and I was like, "Let me show you who's lucky." Like threw her up against the couch. Well, that was it. No blows were thrown.
Yeah, that was. I think that was probably our most like
yeah, that was our most intense
fight. What's one thing that we hate about each other?
When you were a child, you tattletaled all the time. And then like sometimes I'd be like, you know what? I'm gonna tattle back. I'm gonna tattle back. Get some revenge. And then when I tattled back, Mom and Dad would be like, yeah, we don't care. We didn't see it. But then when she would tattle, I would get in trouble. I was like,
It's because you weren't the
what?
baby.
I was like, what is this? It was so frustrating, guys.
Okay, I guess the one thing I hate about you is you are very competitive with me.
It's fair.
And when you win, you like...
In your face!
Yeah, rub it all up in my face. And that makes me very upset. And I'm like, really? You don't have to be an ass about winning.
So as for right now, though, you're pretty talkative, which is good. But every once in a while, you want to talk a little too much. And then, like, you also interrupt people from time to time.
Yeah.
That's it.
I will admit that. I guess this is when is your birthday, but can we say each other's birthday? I'm going to change it to that.
Okay.
Okay. I know you are February 19th, 1992.
You're March 29. March 29. Every time as a kid, she walked March 29. March 29. March 29, March 29, March 29.
Do you know
You're like
the year?
that, shut up. 97?
Yeah,
Yeah, buddy.
there you go.
But the good thing is, I would not remember your birthday if it wasn't for you doing that when you were a kid.
If I wasn't an annoying
If
little
you just said
brat.
March 29, March 29.
March 29.
I would
Birthday's March 29.
I would never remembered.
Did you guys get along as kids, and how well do you get along now? Okay, well, we got along as kids. But then, like we said, we hit that rough patch, like...
Yeah. I feel we're pretty good now, though.
We're
But
really
yeah,
good now.
I feel like
like...
every sibling goes through that rough patch where you're like...
Yeah.
There's just an age difference.
Like, I was going through middle school,
Just,
so,
you
like...
you need time alone.
Yeah. I was going through middle school. I thought I was hot shit.
Yeah.
You were, like, approaching your later years of high school, so you thought you were hot shit.
Yeah.
And then I was about to go into high school, and I was scared as shit. And then you were in college, and you were like, it's gonna be fine. And then that's like when we bonded again.
Fine.
And now we're super close. Okay. What was your favorite childhood moment?
It might be hard. I
Yeah.
don't know if I have any good childhood memories with you.
Shut up!
Ah, boosh.
Okay, so my favorite childhood memory with you is probably, I can't remember what Christmas this was or how old we were, but we stayed up all night together.
I remember this one.
And it was like 5 in the morning, and we snuck downstairs to see our Christmas presents. And it was like the year that I got my my star nightlight, and like the kitchen set.
Because we were still younger, so we still had big things under the tree.
Yeah, we
like,
still
you know,
had like the giant things. Like
you know, when you get older, your toys get like smaller. Like,
but
you
your
get, like,
cash
these,
pile gets bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, when you're younger, the toys are bigger. So we went down when the toys were still big, and it was just like crazy seeing it. I was like, oh my gosh!
And then we had to try to act surprised.
We were still like all like, hee hee hee, because we were doing something bad, being rebels.
We thought we were badasses.
Yeah. So, favorite memory, childhood memory. It's hard to say. Just one that I can think of alone is I know Mark and Josh and we were like the 3 like best soccer players in our grade back in like elementary school. So one time we were playing soccer, and it was like 3 of us versus like the rest of our class. So it was a pretty small class. So it was like 3v like 12 or something like that. And us 3 were on our side of the field, like right next to our goal with the ball. And then Mark just said, "Look, there's a rabbit!" And literally everybody on the other team looked to see this rabbit, and Mark is really fast, so he just, phew, and all of a sudden by the time I looked back, he was like already like after goal and just phew, punted in the goal. Never forget it. This is hilarious.
Okay, how am I supposed to like compete with that?
I know. Lived a pretty good life.
Okay, this is like. This, I don't even know if this would technically be my favorite. It's just like one of the earliest memories I have. Is in preschool, we had one of the kitchen sets. So like, you know, like we made that stereotype. All the girls played in the kitchen. We fit that stereotype of girls in the kitchen. It was bad.
Uh-oh.
It was bad. But we were trying to make eggs, and we couldn't find any of the eggs. And then we found this boy, like, I can't even remember his name now. He had all the eggs, and we're like, we need the eggs to cook. And he's like, you can't use them, they're Littlefoot. Like,
For what?
Littlefoot? Remember, like, the Land Before Time?
Yeah,
Littlefoot?
Yeah. Good old Land Before Time.
He thought, like, the Land Before Time dinosaurs were, like, gonna be born from those eggs.
Whoa.
Like, we were not allowed to touch those
Mine.
eggs.
Back off.
Like, we weren't allowed to use the fake kitchen eggs because it was Littlefoot and his friends from Land Before Time, and like
Funny.
that's just something that I will always remember, even though it was like preschool.
My earliest memory is so weird. I don't know why. This is the first thing I ever remember. We were at the zoo.
Me and you?
Just the family, and like I remember we were looking at the like lion or whatever, or tiger or whatnot. I think it was a lion. And he had this ball, like this like big...
The giant like red one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was like in the water, and then I remember he bit it to pick it up, and he had bitten it so many times that there were holes all in it, but you couldn't really see the holes, because they like kind of like, you know, go in and they like cover themselves back up. But the water had gotten in the ball because the holes are still there, so when he picked it up, it started pouring out of all the holes. And I was just like, that's cool. And I don't know why I remember it, but that's my earliest memory ever. Crazy.
It's pretty cool.
I don't even know when it was.
Okay, what was the most embarrassing moment ever for the both of us?
Well, mine might be on film. Me and a friend and I did a talent show for Mr. Cougar. It was like a senior thing. So we danced to like jump on a thing, you know, or Carlton's doing like the just look up on Jesse's channel. Bob and Corn just jump on it. You'll find it.
My most embarrassing moment is probably just like something stupid, like the whole like, oh, you call your teacher mom thing. Like
everybody does that.
I can't remember like a specific like. I don't know.
Lame
What do we have
pass.
What is your favorite Xbox game?
Probably Call of Duty, but Halo was a close second.
Is Call of Duty Black Ops?
Yeah, Call of Duty.
Call of Duty Black
3,
Ops.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. That's my favorite.
Yeah.
I love zombies, and if we're going specific, it's zombies.
I don't know if this Black Ops 2 or Black Ops 3. I don't know which one's better yet. I haven't played Black Ops 3 enough.
I haven't even played Black Ops 3 yet to judge, so I guess right now it's still the Black Ops 2.
Okay.
When and where was your first vacation to a different country?
I have a pretty bad memory, so I'm going to let you cover this one.
So, our like first like big vacations were like our cruises. So I think I was in like the 3rd or 4th grade. We went on a cruise and we hit like Mexico and like all the islands off the coast of Mexico.
That sounds familiar.
So like Belize and everything. So like that was our first like experience.
Oh, snorkeling, right?
Yeah.
Remember, didn't we see a barracuda while we were out there?
We did see a barracuda, and we went swimming with the dolphins.
Oh, I remember that. That was crazy.
Okay, how would you describe each other in 3 words? You want to go first?
Will you cut me off if I go first?
No, I'll cut you off.
Talkative. Pretty short. And, spontaneous, I guess. You're pretty good at spontaneous.
Yeah.
Spontaneity, I think that's what it was.
Okay.
Or whatever.
So, spontaneity. Is that a word?
I don't know. I think it is.
It's a word now.
I spontaneously made it up if it isn't.
Okay. Well, you're funny.
Oh, yeah.
You're fit.
Everybody knows that.
Now, ManNamedCorn
Ninja Warrior.
Get fit. And then you're also really shy.
Okay.
Which is ironic,
Fair.
because he can do YouTube and everything and be
Yeah.
like, woo, but he's actually really shy. Don't let him fool you. It says what's my point of view on gaming, but you can also answer what's your point of view too.
That's not what the question is.
Okay,
That's not what the question
my
is.
view of gaming. I actually love gaming. Like, I'm not good at it by any means, but like, I just, like, if a guy's ever like, oh, you want to just like chill and like play on the Xbox or the PS4 all night, I'm like, hell yeah, like that's fun to me. Like, I like gaming. Now, do I think like, if you're a professional at it, it's great that you do it all the time. But if you're not professional at it and you're literally doing it and making no money and you don't have a job because you're just gaming all the time, then it's like you need to like moderation.
What if they do it all the time, but they also have like a job to support themselves?
That's fine then.
Okay.
Like, as long as you're like still functioning in society.
Okay, that's fair.
How many years apart are you guys? And then it says, what am I going to college for? Okay, so we are like 5 years and like a month.
5 years apart.
5 years. The age gap is real.
Real.
And I'm going to college.
Be ready to write this one's down. It has like 5 different words in its name. Ridiculous.
So I'm getting my bachelor's in health science with a pre-concentration in occupational therapy.
Pre-concentration. See, a normal person would be like majoring in this and minoring in this. And she has a pre-concentration. Nobody's even ever heard of that. It's a made-up degree.
Okay, well, how old are we? Well, if you didn't figure out and do the math from the birthday question.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm 18. 23.
23, baby.
What is your workout routine / schedule?
Is that for me or you?
It says
Oh.
in general.
Okay, so me, I usually try and work out for about half an hour to an hour. I don't really have set days, I just do it whenever I can. I would do it like every day if I had. I do have time to do it every day, but sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I'm lazy, so I try and do it just as often as I can. Usually I try and do at least 3 to 4 days a week of like half an hour to an hour. And what I do is I literally just mess around. So on the ManNamedCorn Ninja Warrior, you can go look at those videos. That's what I do to work out.
Okay, my old workout is Stockton is we're in the Pinelands, my college. So walking from class to class, like it's like a 10-minute walk to my classes.
That's a pretty good workout.
Also Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8:30 every morning, get to hike up 3 stories of stairs to get to chem.
And you get to hike down them after chem.
And you get to hike down them after. Like,
whew,
it's
that's
great.
like 6 flights of steps every day. Well, for 3 days. Whew.
And the flight isn't just like the one you're done, it's like
It's the half-seas. Oh.
It's the dink.
God. So you have the extra like loop they got.
Yeah. It's struggle's real.
It's a hard knot life for us.
Yeah. 8:30 going to chem, motivation.
Probably sleepwalking up them steps, right? So
you hit that 2nd floor and you know you have like the 2
like
flights left.
Dead. No.
It's like your legs are just like dun, dun. The struggle. Am I single? Yes. He is not.
No.
Corn and Beth, what is your favorite show?
TV show. That's tough. So I think I would say is I would either say Walking Dead for a little bit of action-y, or Modern Family for laughter.
Comedy.
Shares, yeah.
Okay, so Walking Dead, agreed with that. And then my like new guilty pleasure, I guess, is Scream Queens. It's that show where it's so bad it's funny. It's one of those.
It's one of those, like Sharknado.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly like Sharknado.
Everybody knows Sharknado.
And then I actually thought of a series I really liked that is ended. I really liked Dexter.
Dexter is good too.
Dexter was like, that was a really good
Real
like,
good.
I liked that series.
Real good.
What has been your favorite game of 2015? Not many, like, most of the games that came out, like, just came out now.
Yeah.
Like, at the end.
But I would say Black Ops.
I can honestly say the only new game that came out in 2015 was the Batman game.
Okay.
So I guess that would be my favorite since it's the only one I've played. Haven't gotten around to playing Black Ops 3 yet.
If you guys are wondering why we keep on looking over there. Or have you been looking over there?
Yeah, I have been looking over
I
there.
look over there all the time. It's because we have TV muted and it's just playing Spider-Man in the background.
It's a great
The second
movie.
one, Amazing Spider-Man 2.
This is good times. A bad childhood memory. Do you want me to tell it, or do you want you to tell it?
I feel like you're gonna make me sound worse than I really was.
No. I won't make it sound worse. Okay, so
She'll tell her side, then I'll tell my side. She'll probably tell
Mom
her
and Dad. It was like Mom and Dad like told us to clean up the yard or something.
Yeah.
So we were going around like collecting all like the sticks and like the broken toys and everything. So I had this little wheelbarrow that I was like collecting all the junk in. So there was like this like toy water gun that had like broken in half that Zach found. So he threw it to me to like put in the wheelbarrow. Well,
I just like lobbed it too, so I'm like really high up in the air, and then
so when he threw it to me, like he said, he lobbed it, and it came and it just like it sliced my head.
she was like bleeding, and she's like, ah! And then everybody was like, "Why'd you do that?" Like Mom and Dad, they're
They
like,
made it
"I
sound
did
like
it
it
on
was, like,
purpose." I
purposeful.
was like, "I don't have that good of aim."
But
Yeah.
that was a fun moment sitting.
I like came like this close to getting in trouble for that, and I was like,
Yeah.
"It was an accident."
And I came
God.
like this close to Mom and Dad taking me to the hospital for
Yeah.
stitches. I remember
Yeah.
sitting in the bathtub and then like pouring peroxide on my head and like there's just being like red water all around me.
Yeah,
Peroxide
that
stings too.
usually
Like
bleed a lot.
peroxide and cuts, guys. Like it's really good for them, but
Oof.
that pain.
Yeah.
What is your favorite food/drink?
I would say probably London broil and lemonade.
Okay, well, London broil. London broil or like a good sirloin.
Good steak.
Good steak. Any good steak.
It's good.
And then favorite drink. Oh, apple juice. I
Oof,
love
apple
apple
juice.
juice. You know I love apple juice.
You love apple juice. She found apple juice in the fridge the other day, and she's like, "Oh my God, we have apple juice!"
I was so excited.
She's so happy.
Do we fight a lot? I mean, that was kind of like answered
We're
earlier.
in the dark ages. We
have
did.
the dark ages.
But,
Yeah.
No,
the whole
not really.
hit you in the balls and you strangled me. Yeah.
Dark ages.
Dark ages. But the past is in the past.
Past is the past.
This is for you, Zachariah.
Give it to me.
Are you
Give it to
ever going to try out for American Ninja Warrior?
Ooh, I want to. Yeah, I plan on it. The thing is, it's like, I want to be ready. Like, I want to be like really confident that I can do well when I try out.
You want to be like Kevin Bull.
Yeah.
Like the walk-on who like
walk-on who did like
killed
really
it.
good.
Like
Yeah.
nailed Cannonball
So,
Alley with that whole like grab the ball with the legs flip
Yeah,
move. Like
that way you like get invited back the second year and you don't have to worry about like applying
Yeah.
again. So I don't want to like go my first year and flop. So I don't even know if it's already too late to register for this year.
I don't know. And you don't want to be that walk-on where they're like, he waited 5 days in line for this and did it, and then you
And
fall
then
on the quintuple steps,
come and you're like,
and you're like, well, shit.
yeah. But if I don't get on this year, I will definitely be on next year. Well, And by this year, next year, I mean this coming year, which is like 2016, because that's when the next one will be. And if I'm not on in 2016, I'll be on in 2017. So.
I'll be rooting for you.
Yeah.
Everyone got to root for Zach, okay?
Corn.
Has your sister ever played a game, and what was your first console you ever got? Okay, well, I kind of answered that earlier.
Yeah,
like, I have played games, yeah.
First console, that was, I think, a Nintendo 64, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like the old one where you, like,
yeah, and you had to...
pull it out and then stick it in.
Those were good times.
And
every once in a while, you could, like, put in the disc, and if the person wasn't looking too closely, you could put the other, like, it wasn't a disc, but you could put the other thing right in front of the other one. Did anybody ever do that to you? And then it looked like that one was kind of in.
Yeah, it looked like that game, but it wasn't actually that game.
And then turn on, you'd be like, that's not what you put in. That's not what I said I wanted to play.
Yeah. Kids these days will never understand the thing about they'll understand like the CD rub where you gotta like rub it on your shirt, but they won't understand like the.
Yeah, you guys missed out.
You missed out on the stage.
Ooh, a lot there.
Okay, what did you like to do when you were younger? We can interpret that as like...
I mean, I liked playing on the Nintendo 64 a lot. But then I guess... I remember you would always wake up early on Saturday for Cartoon Network.
I would.
Remember? Everybody does that. It was like, I gotta get up for Cartoon Network. Heck yeah.
Yeah, and you're like, and you're little, so you like...
Yeah.
You naturally pop up at like 7 in the morning. It's like, woo!
Oh my god! Ah! And every once in a while you'd like sleep in and you'd be like, oh, it's 8:30, I missed my show, it started at 8! Ah!
And that was back before you had like DVR and you could just like record it and sleep in.
And then I also remember like in gym for like elementary school we were in Elmer, so it was pretty small. It was pretty small classes.
It was like 14 kids.
Let me start that over. I don't know if I want to say we live in Elmer to like everybody.
Yeah, okay. So just say back at elementary school.
So I remember back in like elementary school, we also had like our classes were really small until we went to the middle school.
Yeah, like.
So we had like literally like maybe 20 people.
Yeah, I think my class was like 14 kids.
Yeah. So I remember gym was actually really fun with like that small of a group because you always knew like, you're always like really close friends with everybody. So it made gym like 10 times more intense.
Our mile by mile town, like you all knew each other, you grew up with each other. So by the time you got to 4th grade, like these are people we went to preschool with even.
Yeah, so you had known each other for so long.
Yeah, like we were like BFFs. So.
And it was cool because like since it was so small, there weren't like jocks.
Yeah, no one was like.
So like nobody was afraid to try because like nobody was afraid to get like a jock, but like why'd you do that? Because there weren't really any jocks in elementary school. That's why I think that's why I liked elementary school gym the best. Cause I remember I like wouldn't try as hard just because I would, the jocks would always they'd ruin gym later.
Oh, dude, totally. Short. Yeah. I'm a short, and I'm a girl, so it's like double whammy. Like picked last.
Bang bang.
Oh. Unless like that lucky day where it's like your best friend gets picked as team captain and you're like, not gonna be last today.
Give me my best friend over here, up in here.
Even though your best friend knows you totally suck, they still pick you first because it's just like.
Got you, bro.
I got you. I think that's about all we have.
All right. That was actually those are some good questions, guys. Thank you for sending those in. That was actually fun answering those.
That was.
Yeah, so that was the question and answer. We might do a part 2 someday, but who knows? Who knows? We'll see how much you guys like this one. So, I hope you enjoyed it. That's all for now, and I'll see you next time.